In today's video, we're exploring two homes currently for sale in San Marcos. These are both high-end homes ranging from mid-700s to mid-900,000s, but very different listings. We're gonna get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here, your local Austin area real estate expert. If you're thinking of making a move to the greater Austin area, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest real estate news. You know, I was a band director for 10 years before I jumped into real estate, but I find that the skills and values that helped me succeed as an educator have transferred over really well into real estate. Honesty, effective communication, as I can't say the word, hard work, and really just caring about other people and their goals is still really important to me. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I'd love to help you and your family find a great home in the greater Austin area. So today we are in San Marcos, Texas. We're going to be looking in northwest San Marcos to west San Marcos at two very different listings. I'm actually walking around one right now. One built in 1972, original owner is selling the house, listed in the mid-700,000s, ranch style home, 3 acres. Very different house. And then we have this guy, which has been in magazines for its architectural design. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you get something out of it. Reach out if I can help you in any way, and I'll see you over at house number 1. So the first house we're checking out is the older home. This home was built in 1972. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,540 square foot home, 1 story. It's listed at $745,000. Now this home's interesting. It's a custom build and the original owner is selling it. So he built it in 1972 and selling it now in 2025. It's on 3.42 acres and it's interesting because we are 3 minutes away from HEB, but if I pan around, you would have no idea that we're not just out in the middle of the country. You hear no road noise. Being on 3.42 acres alone is going to give you a ton of privacy, but it really is a perfect blend. I'm gonna start walking to the front door. It's a perfect blend of country living, but you have the convenience of being close to town. Minutes away from Texas State University. We're in Country Estates, which is northwest San Marcos. There is no HOA here, but you do have access to a community pool and tennis court if you choose to. You just have to pay a minimal fee if you want to take advantage of those. And then I forgot to look, I'll look right now, the tax rate. Sorry, as my camera gets wobbly, 1.51. Super low tax rate. So that's fantastic, especially if we're looking at higher value properties like this. The tax rate really does come into play. All right, let's check it out. Beautiful brick exterior, ranch style home. Double door entry. We do have a Ring camera. So definitely an older style for sure. A lot of the wood paneling around the doors and the walls. But yeah, I haven't walked in yet, so we're gonna explore this together. So this looks like kind of a great room, right? You can use this as a family room, game room, however you want to. I love the beamed ceiling. That looks awesome. Very cool. Okay, now we're opening out to the kitchen. Wow, this is beautiful. So plenty of countertop space. Looks like we have quartz countertops. There are the cabinets. Cabinets, no soft close, but they look and feel pretty new. I don't feel like these were installed in 1972. Okay, a little desk area here, beautiful windows looking out to the back. The backyard is fenced in, so that's great. If you have dogs, / you just want to keep wildlife not super close to your back door. Here, utility room, right? And then off to the side, maybe going on an adventure. I'm sure I'm not going the most efficient way through this house right now. So this could be, I'm not sure what you would use this room for. Another living area. This could also be the these closets. Yeah, this could be the primary. So So I think this isn't the primary. I think this could be considered the guest wing. So you can have guests have plenty of room over here, and then they have their own bathroom. This is a full bathroom, yes. So this would be more of the guest wing of the house. Okay, water heater. And then this leads to the carport. So we have 2 covered spots for the carport. And then we have an extra large single car garage. Let's see what that looks like. See if my key gets me in there. Hold, please. Okay, we don't get to see that. We can see the outside though. Just reading the description online, it did say it was a 1-car garage, oversized. So you can see of the entry right there. Yeah, and it looks oversized on that side. Otherwise, just a 2-car. That's where you would park and enter through there. Check out this backyard. It does come with an insulated water well. Beautiful tree. Don't want it to be that close to my roof, but it is a beautiful tree. Grass is in great condition. Yeah, this is very peaceful out here. So that was the kitchen we're in. This is the main living room we'll go back into. I am just walking through all the water right now. Get back onto paved. And then they added, on the listing it said sport court, so tennis court I would assume. However you want to use it, but you have this large slab here. You can use however you see fit. And then we do have a chicken coop. Back there. And another fenced in area back there, a little bit smaller though. Really impressed with this grass, it looks fantastic. I love the brick. Goes all the way to the back also. All right, let's see if my key gets us into the back door. Oh, good. The last people didn't close or lock it, so we're good. It definitely does feel a bit old in certain areas. I mean, obviously this is old, right? But like that door handle felt like it was from 1972. So I would probably ask for some of these handles to be updated. Walk through with an inspector and get nitty gritty with that. But overall, I think the condition of this house looks in pretty good shape. I'm curious how when they changed the carpet, because the carpet looks really good. So we're in the primary living room here. This is a wood burning fireplace, and then we have the built-in bookshelves either side with that brick accent going all the way to the top. And then we have these beams in here. So this is a beautiful, massive living room, and then you'd have your primary dining here. Wall of windows, that looks great. So our primary bedroom is going to be over here. Now that's definitely old carpet, right? You can see where it changed, so I would want that replaced. Okay, so we have primary, keeping that beam theme in the primary also. And then you have windows looking out to that back I was talking about. And you have that shed back there, as well as a chicken coop. And then primary, lots of mirrors, giving us the illusion of space, but these are pretty small. Oh, that doesn't want to open. Pretty small, okay, either of those want to open. Closets, but you do have 2 different closets. And then we do have 2 sinks, they're just kind of separated, a little bit odd there. We would have natural light, decent sized walk-in shower. Do we have a bench? No bench. Alrighty, we have an odd primary for a custom build. Maybe you wouldn't have made some of those choices, but whatever. There's a second bedroom, pretty good size. Pretty comparable to primary. Yeah, the carpet all on this side of the house, definitely much older, a lot grimier. We have our guest bathroom, 2 sinks. That looks great. I like the updated faucets. Natural light coming in. Pretty good amount of space. I'd also want the grout cleaned and sealed. That looks pretty old. Like another built-in bookshelf right here at the end of the hallway. And then we have our 2 other guest rooms. A ton of natural light coming into this guest room. I love this window, massive. And then the final guest room. Guest rooms are massive. You would, expect that for a 3,700 square foot home, 1 story, but 4 bedroom. There you have it. So very, very unique home, right? I'm glad I walked into this one. Just looking at the photos online, I was like, I don't know what to expect. If this is going to be awful, if it's going to be creepy, right? Just being out in the woods. But you literally just get off Ranch Road 12, take a right instead of going left to La Cima, and then not Grand Lakes, Country Estates is right there. So I think this is really interesting, especially the location. I think is the big draw. Personally, I'm a city boy. I need my Starbucks. I need to know that a hospital is not 30 minutes away or an hour away. Like I want to be near a city. And so this is kind of the best of both worlds, where privacy is also really important to me. Having the 3 acres is great, that much land to work with, but then you are 3 minutes away from getting out of the subdivision and being in San Marcos proper. So I think this is a really interesting listing. I'm curious what they're gonna sell this for, if they are gonna get this price or not. But regardless, the owner's gonna make a killing if he built this in 1972, custom build, and then selling it for this amount 50 years later is impressive. So cool, all right. This one's interesting. Now we're gonna go check out a completely different new listing built in 2015. So I'll see you over there. All right, I'm really excited to check this house out. So this was built in 2015. This house is currently listed at $969,000. It is also a 4-bed, 3-bath. It's 3,928 square feet. This house is in Willow Creek Estates. Am I saying that correct? Let me double check that before I look like a fool. Just Willow Creek, no estates. So we're in Willow Creek. It's about 5 minutes west of where we just were. This is on 1 acre. And this house is incredible. Just driving up, I'll kind of pan around so you can see. So we came in through there. There's an automated gate there, and I drove down there, and then it just goes around the house, and there's a little turnaround to come back out. Just doing that little drive was exciting. So this is really interesting. It's on the listing. It says it's more of an experience than a house. So let's check it out. This house has also been on Texas Architectural Digest, so apparently this is a little bit of Texas architecture history. Really interesting walkway where you have the wood on the left and then this open grate on the right. I am getting a little bit of the Grudge vibe from this, so if I get haunted, please, I don't know, I forget how that movie ended, I think poorly, so hopefully that doesn't happen. This is a massive cantilever front door. Look at that. Absolutely huge. It's got to be 10 feet wide. Very cool. Very cool. And then we have a lot of the track lighting throughout, so definitely you need to up your painting collection if you do own this home. Look at that ceiling. Oh my God. So we have concrete flooring. Wow, I can't wait to go up there. This is so cool. And then what do we got here? Interesting, okay. So this was gonna be a bathroom. It looks like it wasn't finished, right? So we should have toilet there. We have the sink installed. Not sure why this wasn't completed. Okay. The listing did say remodeled in 2015, so I'm curious when this was actually built, like the actual start date of the original construction and how much of the original is still in this house. Really fun wooden doors there for that closet. Back to the granite, yeah, man. Not granite, concrete flooring. Okay, so gonna have a couple of galleries. It looks like we have closet space. What is going on? Oh, this is a bathroom, okay. Yeah, walk-in shower. You also have the fountain head up there. Fountain shower head, not the Ayn Rand book, The Fountainhead. Okay, I was not expecting that. Just gonna open some secret doorways. Let's continue in the house. I'm getting too excited. I love this paint too. Very, very smooth walls. This matte white, cool walkway. You can see left and right. And this is an experience more than a house. Definitely does not feel homely, but I would want to show this off to people. Look at this. Super unique. There's this really interesting tile when we come in. So this is the primary bathroom. Toilet, super tall ceilings, everything's with angles throughout. I mean, I didn't come in and turn any lights on. This is just natural lighting walking in here. Dual vanity, tub with all the natural light. Look at that. That's stunning. That's incredible. Yeah, this is very cool. Ton of space. Walk-in shower, 2 different shower heads. The amount of natural light is blowing me away. And then it's your closet. Very cool. Again, of course, still getting that natural light in the closet space, a little bit less. Still that interesting tile throughout. The built-in shelves. That's such a cool design. I was not expecting that when you walk up to this door. You think it's gonna be just a small closet and then it opens up to that massive one. Very cool. Yeah, so this is the primary, okay. Let's go further, let's go deeper. The guest room. And so this looks like it's just birch wood, where it's not open concrete. And then we go to this black tile. Carpet doesn't look great. Get that replaced or steam cleaned. Okay, with our own little patio there. Very cool. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at this. That's crazy, y'all. You need more books too. Not just, you gotta get paintings and you gotta get books. So let's make sure we consider this. When we're buying this house, we need to have a budget to fill the house full of books and paintings. Okay, just a single sink, a single bathtub. Cool. I really like this black tile. It's not smooth, it's got some texture to it. It looks great. All right, I made it to the kitchen. Okay, kitchen's a little underwhelming. I was expecting a little bit more. Maybe this is the guest kitchen, right? We'll find out as we keep going through. Yeah, these are super old ranges. Maybe that's, people are into that. I don't know. Okay. Like, curious to open every door. It's like, okay, well, that's not as fun. More water heater and HVAC. Like, is that kitchen for real? Because it doesn't quite fit the rest of the house. Then we have this living area. That sharp slant for the ceiling. Looks like a a wood burning fireplace. Massive speakers either side of it. It's old school. Curious what the acoustics are like in this part of the house with those massive speakers blasting. This is weird. I like it. I'm so used to when you have these tall ceilings to have the tall windows, but you don't in this room. You just have the windows here and they're kind of blocked a lot of the time. So you're getting natural light, but you're not getting much of a view, if that makes sense. What we got? Okay, just a little closet space. Then it looks like we have another, I'm not going up there, but we have a skylight. Schedule a tour with me. I'll let you go up there. You can find out what's behind that door also. All right, let's go in the back. There we go. Oh wow, upstairs deck. Yeah, so this looks like a guest house of sorts that we're walking over to. We have a greenhouse back there. Not sure what that house is. Yeah, greenhouse. Curious. I see many spiders. I'm not going to walk in there. I'll have to look at the listing, see what that house is. Just too much things. They really are using this full acre lot. I mean, there's buildings everywhere. And that looks creepy as hell. All right, I'm not going up there, but you can see this looks like a painting studio. And you have an upstairs too with a bunch of natural light coming up there. Go around the side. Very cool. Very, very cool. Such a weird house. And so this was the winding road I was talking about, which just kind of goes along the side. Cut back in here so I can lock the door I just came out of. Man. So I will say there's no HOA here, which is nice. The tax rate is higher though, and that's a really important point. So the tax rate at the previous home was 1.52, I believe, 1.5 something. This one's 1.98. Now, personally, I always say if it's under 2%, that's a pretty low tax rate. In same markets in general, you can find pretty low tax rates. I did the math though, for this versus the previous home, you'd be paying about $11,000 a year on the previous home for property taxes, whereas for this one, you're looking more around, we didn't go upstairs, more around 18,000, 18 to 19,000. So just property taxes alone, obviously this is a slightly higher value home, but then that higher property tax rate too, you know, you're not getting any of that money back. So something to think about if you're comfortable paying that extra $7,000 a year just for owning the property, regardless if it's cash or finance. This is absolutely stunning though. This is such a unique home. Very cool. And that looks down to the wow. Very cool. All right, I was not expecting this when I came in today. I was like, you know, let's just look at higher end homes in San Marcos, compare an older one to a newer one. Didn't think much more about it. And then I was really surprised when I came to this one. They're similar in some ways and incredibly different in other ways. You know, I like modern homes. I've always bought new homes. Me and my wife, we've always just bought new construction. I'm risk averse, so I like, you know, having warranties from builders and seeing it being built and multiple inspections. This cantilever door is really cool, but this might be too modern for me. I was told there's also like a Zen Japanese garden. I'm not sure. We'll walk around, see if I can find it over there. I really like the other house location. Just that 3 point something acres. I'm not a big fan of how that house looks. I mean, it feels like my grandparents' house, right, from the 70s, the wood paneling, I'm not a big fan of. But it's priced a lot better than this house. And yeah, let's walk over here. And lower tax rates. I would just want to remodel that house to make it a little bit more modern feeling. This one feels too much like an art museum, an art gallery. I'm not hip enough to live in this house, I don't think. I think I own like 2 paintings that I got from Home Goods, so this isn't for me. But yeah, I'm so happy to see that this exists though. It's such an interesting house. It's the side here. What's going on over here? That's cool, it's pretty. As I walk through cobwebs. Okay, not a lot of people walk back here. Okay, nothing exciting. So yeah, there you have it. There's 2 of the higher end homes available in San Marcos. Like I said, San Marcos is a great spot to buy because of the tax rate. It's something I'm looking at for my next investment property is San Marcos because of that. I know the city really well, which helps, right? So if you are thinking of buying or selling, regardless if you're looking in this price range or maybe a lower price range in San Marcos or the greater Austin area, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to help you and your family find a great home, a great deal in this very much buyer's market we're in right now. Until next time, hope to see you guys around town.